How's everybody doing today? My name is Stephen Rosenberg. This is Ginzburg, and welcome to another very exciting episode of Marketing Success in Under 10 Minutes. We have a great show for you guys lined up. Gina is going to be talking about some really exciting Facebook stuff. I'm not going to ruin the surprise, Gene. Why don't you dive right in?
I'm actually really excited about this. I think like this is something I want to say revolutionary in a way, because I feel like this is not something that I've seen with Facebook or any other big platform do in the past. So I'm very curious. This is a brand new part of Facebook. It's called Attribution. And so let me just take a step back. So what attribution means, whether it's related to Facebook or not, is that as a business, let's say we're using online marketing as a strategy, right? Well, we might be using many different platforms. We might be using Google and Facebook and Instagram and email and a slew of other things. And the problem is that all of them are in little silos, right? So Facebook has their own little reporting, and Google has their reporting, and email has the reporting. But the problem is that there's no cross attribution, right? So like, I know what's going on Facebook, but I don't know when the user went from Google to Facebook. So a retargeting ad went to, saw my email. So there's actually right now very little cross platform attribution. And what Facebook actually has come up with is the beginning stages of an attribution model. So, as I said, a user doesn't just go to Facebook, buy your product, and that's the end of it, right?
Right.
The way it works now, this user might come to 10 different touch points in your business. They might read a blog post. They might sign up for your email list. They might get an email from you. They might see a retargeting ad on Instagram. Then they might go to your Facebook page and see an ad from you there. So there are so many different platforms and so many different touch points. And right now there's not really a way to put them all together. So I'm very curious about how this is going to work with Facebook. This is a brand new rollout for them. I just learned about this week, actually. I think they might have rolled it out last week. Which is right now.
They just rolled it out last week?
Yeah, as far as I know, yes.
And so, just so I'm clear, and I want to try to dumb this down. So what you're saying is they're going to try to come up with a platform where basically all of these major tech industries and businesses who have not worked together at all and have been fierce competitors are going to have to find a way to share data and work together for the overall benefit of selling the consumer more. Is that's
the idea, but I don't know exactly. Again, this is all brand new. So let me just kind of describe a little bit how this process works. So once you're in your business manager, and it's kind of relevant to what you asked about. So once you're in your business manager, you would go to your settings, which is all the way at the upper left-hand corner, and you'll see that there's going to be a section called Attribution. And so this is, again, brand new. It has never existed in the past. And so what happens is when you first get started with it, and it's under Measure and Report is where attribution is. So once you first get started with it, you would need to first describe what your lines of business are. So does that mean you're just a single business? Are you an agency? Do you have multiple brands? Because again, like there's many different touch points, so that Facebook needs to know where those touch points are, and maybe there's multiple brands that you're involved with. Then the next thing is you need to pick your pixels. So the pixels that you are that have been set up on your Facebook account, you would need to integrate that into the attribution, as you're getting set up.
And I think you made a video on Pixel, or
I did, yes. So yes, there's many videos on Pixels, but it's important because basically that's the way how Facebook talks to your brand and talks to your website, and so it's important to make sure that you have your Facebook pixel set up. And then the next step is actually adding in the platforms. So you would have to add in the additional platforms that you are doing business on. So that could be Google, that could be AppNexus, AvantLink. I mean, there are Bing ads. I mean, I'm actually going through it right now, and I can see that there's all of these different platforms that you would just need to add in so that you can, so basically it'll be like a holistic view of all of the platforms that you're using in order for this attribution to actually work, right? Because again, you might have different touch points. Your user might have different touch points in different platforms that right now Facebook is
not usually. I mean, they probably do.
Absolutely. I mean, guaranteed 100% that that your user is not just on Facebook.
Right.
They are on. There are right now there's 37 options for different platforms like Bing ads, Google ads, LinkedIn, Outbrain, Pinterest, Snapchat, Twitter, and 37 total. So they are trying to integrate this information and data and do like a cross-platform attribution model. Okay, so that's the first step. And then once you're done with the integration piece, it's going to come up with a bunch of data for you. Additionally, the other piece that I think is kind of interesting is that it gives you the idea of attribution itself. So right now, the antiquated way of attribution is like first click, last click, and typically it's last click, which means that your user might have seen a retargeting ad, been to an email, and then converted on a Facebook ad. And so Facebook would then get 100% of the attribution because it was last click attribution. But that's a really antiquated model because again, like that user went from a retargeting ad to an email to a Facebook ad and it converted on a Facebook ad. So there's ways now within Facebook attributions platform where you can see the different percentages of where potentially the conversion came from. And it's not just last touch attribution. It's basically percentages of different attribution for different platforms.
Okay.
So that's really interesting because so far in my experience, everything has been last touch, which gives 100% of credit to the
whoever closed the sale.
Yeah, exactly. And that's totally antiquated because that's not how it works anymore. There's so many different pathways and touch points that a user would go through. So I kind of find this very interesting. I have not really, I've dug into it, but I haven't started using it yet. I just kind of set everything up. So I'm very curious to see. I can probably do a follow-up later about what this looks like. And
definitely do a follow-up.
Yeah, and what the data looks like. But I just wanted to share this with you because I think this is the first time I've ever seen a big company like Facebook actually try to do a cross-platform attribution.
Yeah, that's unheard of. So my question is, I wonder if Google or another company similar in size is doing the same thing.
I don't know. I haven't seen it yet.
Because eventually they're going to have to find a way to work together.
Yeah, that's the one thing that's been missing from the digital marketing industry is like a platform that allows you to do cross-promotional attribution.
Right.
So, because right now we're kind of clueless as to what the attribution should be, and what percentage of it should go to Facebook, to Google, to Instagram, to whatever. So
it's almost like they need a third party.
Yes, a third party would
governing
be the best way to do it. Yeah.
Yeah. But that would be huge because it would benefit everybody in the long run.
Yeah, the problem with this potentially is that it is Facebook, and so there's no transparency really. Right. But having a third party do all of this and integrate all the different platforms into the third party, I think would be the best way to do that. So
something like that, yeah.
Yeah. So I'm kind of excited about that. I just wanted to share with everybody because this is a brand new point or section or I guess piece of the platform that I've never heard of before and kind of revolutionary. Like I said, I was pretty excited when I saw that.
I think this is a very valuable piece of information. This is why I love doing this with Eugene, because you're really giving people a heads up on what's coming out in the future using your expertise. You're on the ground every day. I just feel like this is very, very useful information. We will 100% be doing a follow-up on this and see how that progress goes, because I think, like you said, it is worthy of the word revolutionary.
Yep. Awesome. Well, thanks everybody. I hope you guys take a look at attribution in Facebook and let us know what you think. If you've used it, and what kind of experience you've had. We always love hearing your comments. So thanks everybody, and we will talk to you later.
Thanks so much for watching. We hope you'll continue to get involved and join us as we help you find success in your entrepreneurial journey. Please follow, like, and share with others who will find this beneficial. We'll see you on the next episode of Marketing Success in Under 10 Minutes with Stephen and Gene.